What is happening?
Well, thank you, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was supposed to be like Bubbles. I was talking.
Okay.
Thank you, Creature from the Black Lagoon. My name is Smart. With me, as always, is my fiance, Carol, and this is Slayer Talk. How you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
It's been a good week here. It is May 5th, 1998, Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Bah.
What?
That's what they say on Cinco de Mayo, right? Don't they go, bah?
No, you weirdo. What is it? What are you doing?
What's Cinco de Mayo about?
I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know, Mexican Independence Day or something. I'm not really sure. Like they won some kind of war on May 5th or...
You're getting there.
What?
Yeah.
You look like you want to laugh at me, but I'm going to laugh at you because of... Bah! That's why I'm going to laugh at you.
All right.
That wasn't even Skeletor, though. I don't know what the fuck that was.
What? What are you talking about, Skeletor?
Well, you used to make sounds kind of like that when you were doing Skeletor.
I did?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes. Like that. Yes. But that wasn't even that. I don't know what that was.
He-Man!
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God, remember him? Remember fucking Skeletor?
What was his name?
I want an anointed one. His name, the Master. That's all they called him.
The Master.
The Master.
The Master and the Anointed One.
He was always trying to bait Buffy. He was a master baiter.
Oh, jeez. Seems like there was probably a lot of that going on in this episode.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I mean, there's just a lot of boys being all
Okay. Why don't you
rapey.
Why don't you get into it? Because, you know, that's the opposite of boys being rapey, right? I guess with themselves.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so this episode is not one of my favorite episodes now. Like, I gotta say.
What does that mean?
I just mean, like, I still love Buffy, but I'm not loving this episode.
Okay.
I think it's hokey and weird and stupid.
It was an interesting episode.
What?
It was an interesting episode, I said.
They need to stop trying to make creature costumes. This is a show about the Vampire Slayer. Don't bring in fucking fish boys and do shitty costumes and like, I don't know. It's just like, let her kill vampires. That's what I want to watch.
No.
I don't want to watch the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I certainly don't want to watch it try to rape her.
True.
It's really disturbing. So, why are you just staring at me, man?
I don't want to interrupt you. I almost did. I almost interrupted you when you were going through whatever the fuck you were talking about.
Oh, that's nice. That shows you were really listening.
And I stopped and I was like, I'm not going to interrupt her. I had funny things I could say, but every time I interrupt you with something funny I could say, you get pissed off. And you're like, oh, I couldn't finish what I was going to say.
Okay.
Fish boys. They should have a spin-off. Based on what happened at the end of this... Stop looking at me like that. Based on what happened at the end of this episode, they should have a spin-off called Fish Boys.
Sure.
It's the Fish Boys. Oh, look out, everybody. The Fish Boys are in town.
So, in this episode,
Yes.
we have the swim team trying to get to the nationals or the state championship. The state championship.
The World Championships
Nah.
of Swimming.
And apparently, it's just as exciting in Sunnydale to be winning the swim
The Fish Championships.
the swim championships as it is to be like winning the football ones in Texas because like
The what? Why Texas? The football ones in Texas.
because Texas is very serious about football.
Yeah.
saying Sunnydale's very serious about swim.
I didn't know you knew anything about football.
I know that.
And
That's
I
all I
had
know.
no idea that you knew that Texas was big in football.
I don't even know
Football was
how
big
I
in
know
Texas.
that, but I do. So it's just really weird to me
High
that
school
over
football
a
is
swim meet,
very big in Texas.
what?
See, this is what I'm talking about. You want to... I'm not going to interrupt you. I just said that high school football is very big in Texas. That's all.
I already said that,
Okay.
didn't I? Didn't I just say that?
What?
Didn't I just say that?
In,
Did you need to interrupt me to repeat what I said? Really? Do you feel like it's more valid now because you said it?
I think it carries a little more weight.
Fuck off.
When I talk about sports, yes. Sorry to talk about sports, everyone. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think it makes sense that the principal is invested in whether or not they win this. And that like they're putting pressure on Willow to change grades to get somebody to like, be able to play in the swim meet or whatever.
Willow. I don't think they call it play in the swim meets.
I don't know.
I think it's a race. So
And I think
race.
it's really fucked up. What?
You can interrupt me all you want, though. What's fucked up, Carol?
You are fucked up.
Uh-huh.
That the principal is asking Willow to continue to teach Miss Calendar's class. And they're talking about they can't find anybody to substitute. But I don't think they're paying her.
They have to be paying her.
But is it even legal for them to be paying her? Because that would mean they hired a student to be a teacher.
How old is she supposed to be?
Doesn't matter. She's not qualified to be a teacher.
Well, a sub.
She's not qualified to be a sub. She hasn't even graduated from high school.
Well, I guess that's true. But I don't know what qualifications you need to have to be a sub. But I know it's not the same as being a teacher.
No, but I mean, I believe you have to have, like, at least some college credits. And
Don't know.
be, like, licensed in some way.
Sure.
I don't know.
Maybe she got her certification. The Bill Gates was going to hire her, remember? Her and Oz.
Right?
At the job fair, they gave
Where's
her the
Oz?
caviar and shit.
I haven't seen Oz lately.
I don't know. He's eating dinner from a dish, from a bowl on the ground.
Jeez. Yeah, maybe it's a full moon this
He's
episode.
a dog.
So Buffy is dating one of these swim meet dudes, which is weird too, because like last episode she said she wouldn't date anybody.
She's not dating one of the swim meet guys, but
Okay.
one of the swim meet guys wants to date her and is hanging around her, but she's not dating him.
Well, he took her somewhere in his car.
Okay.
It
That means they're dating?
Well, where did they go? And I mean, it seemed like they just went for a drive to talk. Like, to me, that seems like a date.
Okay. I don't think they're dating.
Well, they're not anymore. For lots of reasons.
He, at the party, which began this episode, which we haven't talked about yet,
Sure.
he says, I just want to hang around you. I just want to be... She even says something like, I'm not ready for dating or whatever. He's like, I just want to hang around you and blah, blah, blah.
Right. He does say that.
Yep.
A bunch of the swim meet assholes at this party are like trying to kill a kid by dunking his head in water.
I don't know that they're trying to actually murder him, but...
I mean, they're certainly not being careful not to.
It's a weird dude, and they're dunking his head in the water like it's like bobbing for apples.
It reminds me of the Big Lebowski, the toilet scene.
Oh, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Similar.
Sure.
Except they're not asking for anything. They're just dunking his head over and over.
Right.
So he can't even do anything to make it stop.
They're not even the henchmen of a porn producer.
Right? So Buffy goes over to save his ass because, she's super strong. But, of course, that's embarrassing because she's a girl and he's a boy and it's high school.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you should have just left it alone. I could handle it. Like a little whiny bitch.
Yep.
And then he runs off, and a little bit later, they find somebody's skin on the beach.
Yeah, that's right.
what the fuck? Like,
Skin,
I mean,
but no guts. They're walking around the beach, and he's like, "What's that smell?"
ugh. It's awful.
Yeah.
And like, I know why we're finding skin now, but at the time, it's like you think it's a victim.
Sure.
You think somebody got eaten.
And eaten outside, and then like skinned, like we do with fish.
And
That's kind of what I was thinking. The name of this episode is Go Fish.
Yeah. They did make some decent jokes about it.
I guess. They're talking about lemon butter tartar sauce. They make some jokes.
The skin is the best part.
Oh, yeah. Oh, about the skin. Yeah, there were funny jokes about the skin, yeah.
Yeah. So it's Sunnydale. It's the Hellmouth. So in real life, in a real town, if there was somebody's skin found on the beach, people would be a little freaked out. This would be a topic of conversation.
Sure.
Maybe the police would be involved. We never see any of that. Like,
No.
there is no reaction.
There is indication that the coach and the principal both know that it happened because they talk about it, but they're like, they covered it up, I guess.
Because they don't want the swim meet people to be sad.
So I don't understand. Is the implication that all the adults in this town know that some shit's going on, and all the kids don't? Like the teenagers are the ones in the dark?
I don't think so. Because I'm not sure the nurse knew what was going on. She had some idea something was going on.
She knew. It became clear that she knew.
All right.
She's like, you can't keep doing this.
Well, I think that's...
The poor boys.
Yeah, but I think she thought that he was just giving them steroids or something.
No.
All right.
No, she even said, like, you've lost 2 of them or whatever.
3.
3 of them.
Oh, they're not lost.
No.
What did she think happened? That's what I don't understand. If she knew what was going on, why would she think they were lost? I think she thought they were dead.
No, I think she thought that they couldn't be on the swim team anymore. Because they now are fish monsters.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Anyway, it turns out that whatever kind of performance enhancing drug that the coach is giving to these guys, it's turning them into fish monsters.
Yeah. Like,
And I guess he invented it. He's like, oh, I just got to perfect it or whatever.
yeah, is he like secretly a science man? Because he doesn't seem like it.
I guess. He's not a Bill Nye type.
No.
Look, kids, this is how you become the best swimmer in the world. Turn yourself into a fish. And then his bow tie swirls around 360 degrees.
But I want to take a moment to discuss all the rapiness in this episode.
Sure.
Because first, Buffy goes for a drive with this dude.
This is our segment, A Moment of Rape, with Carol.
And he asks if she's wearing a bra. And she's like, what? And
Well, first, he goes on for entirely too long about swim meets and swimming and the first woman to swim the English Channel and all this shit.
yeah, she
And
looks very bored.
Buffy's just like, she makes several comments about it. About how she's just here listening and that she's getting so relaxed she's falling asleep and all this stuff. Then he just says out of the blue, are you wearing a bra?
Right. And she's like, what? And she's like, I'm going to get out of the car now.
She never answers the question, by the way.
I don't care if she's wearing a bra or not. That's not a question that you answer. And he locks the door to keep her in the car. Like, he thinks that he is going to force something on her. Now, keep in mind, this is the school parking lot in broad daylight, and there are other people around.
Right.
How far was this going to go?
I think the implication is, based on what they were saying, that whatever super steroid he's using that turns them into fish somehow, that this is like a side effect of it. That being super sexually aggressive is a side effect of the drug. Because they say something like, the steroids would explain a lot of these behaviors and how their behaviors have changed and stuff like that. The guys on the swim team. So I think that, like, in that case, I don't think he's thinking, where are they or anything. He's not thinking of consequences.
Right.
It's just hormones completely taking over.
And it's so funny because he said something along the lines of like, "I'm not going to hurt you" or something, and she's like, "Oh, it's not me I'm worried about,"
Right,
which
that
was
was funny.
hilarious. And then she breaks his face.
Yeah.
God love her. She breaks his face. It was like the happiest moment in my life until they get into the nurse's office and everybody starts acting like she is the asshole.
Well, and the principal just walked by. Like, the principal walked by at the very tail end of this rape scene. I mean, obviously nothing happened, and he's just like, "Get over here," to Buffy. And then, yeah, everyone's like, fucking Buffy. The coach comes up and he was like, "Hey, why don't you change your clothes? We're not at a fucking nightclub," or something like that.
Yeah, mind what you're wearing from now on. Because the guy said she was...
asking for it.
No, she was teasing him.
Okay.
And he's like, "See what she's wearing." Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, because she put that on to tease you.
Right.
Asshole. So yeah, so everybody's blaming Buffy. Like, blame the victim for the date rape. Mm-hmm. And then she goes into the library and she's trying to talk to her friends who are supposed to care about her. Like Giles and Willow and Xander are all sitting there just reading books and looking annoyed because she's talking about it. Nobody's being supportive or anything.
And then she's like, what are you guys doing or whatever? And Giles is like, "Thanks for asking." Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. It's not right.
They're trying to research what kind of monster this could be.
It was kind of funny. Cordelia drew a composite shot or whatever.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good one, too.
Based on Xander's description, because he saw one.
A drawing, yeah, based on an artist rendering based on his his description. Yes. I was supposed to keep going. I don't.
No, it's just like, I don't know. I feel weird because I'm just talking so much.
Yeah, it's weird when I'm not interrupting you, isn't it?
It is.
Maybe now, why don't you appreciate my interruptions instead of getting mad about them?
You're so weird.
I know. I'm a weirdo. Now you've learned your lesson.
So Xander...
You'll never question me again.
Oh, Jesus. So
You'll never say, "Mark, stop interrupting me." It's your greatest joy in the world, isn't it? Go ahead.
Xander
these
joins the swim team because they have open positions and he wants to be able to see what's going on when Buffy's not able to see what's going on, like when they're in the locker room.
Which makes a lot of sense. You know what's funny is the whole reason that I did this, like, I'm not going to interrupt you and then, have you come to my side and stuff like that, is not because of anything you said or did. It was just to fuck around with you, to entertain myself for this episode.
Yeah, I know. Because, like, we recorded other stuff recently and I didn't say shit. So I knew that I wasn't being punished or something. You're just being an asshole. Congratulations.
Can I level with you? This episode's kind of boring and dumb. The episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not our show. So the episode was kind of boring and dumb, and I don't have a lot to say other than the fact that it was super hokey and it doesn't really advance the plot that much.
No.
And it's just like the overall plot of the show. And it was kind of... We've gotten some... Like, I mean, obviously we had a big gap in Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes, but we got some pretty good episodes of, like, forward progress on season-long storylines. And this is kind of a return to season 1 of a Monster of the Week format,
Yeah, it's awful.
Where it's like, here's a new bad that just, is around because we're at the Hellmouth or whatever. And then... Now we're going to forget about it, and next week it'll be something else that like the show used to be. And the show's gotten better and more interesting than that. And now this episode's kind of a throwback to that. So when I thought about all that, before we started recording, I was like, I have to do something to make this interesting for me.
Wow. And
messing with you was the easiest thing I thought of I could do.
Well, congratulations. You succeeded.
You're welcome.
So Xander gets turned into one of the fucking sea monsters because...
No, he doesn't.
Well, almost.
You were about to say kind of. Like he partially becomes
Well,
a
he
sea
has to
monster.
go get blood transfusions when this is over.
You got fooled like Cordelia got fooled, and you watched the episode.
This
Like-
was so funny, though.
But first of all, he walks. We need to talk about something else.
Sure.
He walks in as a member of the swim team in his Speedo and everything.
Yeah.
Just a Speedo, and they're playing the music, the kind of music. And Cordelia's like,
What was that again?
you know what it was. And Cordelia's like, oh, no, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of guy that I could just let. And then apparently she was looking from the bottom up, I guess.
I guess.
And got to his face, and she was like, "Oh, it's Xander!" It was like a record scratch moment where it gets to his face, and it's like, you know how they do the record scratch thing.
It's so funny because, like, they fool around. I mean, I guess maybe they're not having sex, but they're definitely, like, making out a lot. You
would
think she would know that he has a good body, that wouldn't be a surprise to her.
So this is my question, Carol. What did you think of Xander in this outfit?
I don't think Speedos are particularly attractive.
But what did you think of Xander?
I didn't think anything more of Xander than I normally do when he's fully clothed.
And what's that?
I think he's very attractive.
You?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Really. What did you think of Cordelia? Was she looking good this week? She was looking good last week, you said.
She was fine this week.
She had weird hair.
Yeah.
I hurt myself in the spinny chair.
Did Cordelia just attack you? She's got a pincushion of you. Charisma Carpenter has got a voodoo doll of you that's one of the Hellmouth people made for her.
No, see, I have the neck injury, and I spun, and then I braced myself, and that hurt.
Stop doing that.
I'll stop. It hurt. I won't do it again. Anyway, but yeah, she thinks that Xander got turned into one of these dudes because Xander found out that they're putting the steroids or whatever in this steam room that he's had 3 steam treatments in.
Yeah.
So he thinks he's going to turn in to one of the fish dudes. And Cordelia's waiting for him to come out of the locker room, and one of the fish dudes jumps in the pool, and she thinks it's Xander.
Yeah, why did he just leave the locker room and just jump in the pool like, I just need a tip?
Weird.
But she says, apparently she's as obsessed with Xander as you are, which is something I didn't know up until this point. But she's like, it's okay. We can still date, and I'll take care of you, and all this stuff. And
Yeah, it's so weird.
all the stuff she's going to do for him. And it doesn't matter what he looks like.
I'll get you pool toys.
And then Xander walks up beside her and like, that's not me.
But it's kind of amazing. I would not have anticipated that from her. Her feelings are much deeper.
I guess so. Well, she risked social ostracization.
Right. I guess
of
that's
him.
even bigger than pool toys.
Depends on what kind of toys we're talking about.
Right.
I've seen some of your toys. They're pretty big.
No, they're not. What are you talking about, you freak?
Are they petite? Don't want to answer that question, huh?
I don't know. My 90210 Barbies are, petite, sure. Because that's the toys we're talking about. Now, back to Buffy. The coach is evil as shit. And he throws the nurse into the sewer.
To be eaten by the team.
And then Buffy gets thrown down there.
To be raped by the team.
Yeah. He's like, oh, they've already had their dinner. My boys have other needs. So it's the second time that she almost gets raped. She gets surrounded by 3 of them. And
3 fish monsters. And who knows what kind of fucking genitalia they have now.
ugh,
Ducks have that corkscrew penis.
ew.
Yeah.
Ew. But Xander saves her. He reaches down and pulls her out.
Yeah.
Yay. And then, they release the boys out to the ocean. And the rest
to
of...
rape other people.
Right? And the rest of the swims team gets, including Xander, gets blood transfusions.
Well, yeah, but not before. You really want to be done with this episode, don't you? Not before.
You fucked with me a little too hard today.
Not before. Well, really. Usually, you're not saying it's too hard. They throw the coach down in there, and Buffy into the sewer, and Buffy goes, "Wow, they really love their coach."
Yeah, that was so gross.
So they're gang raping their coach.
Ugh,
Apparently, they don't care about gender anymore now that they're fish monsters.
I guess.
So now they've released them into the wild, and every both men and women are at risk of being raped by these monsters
Yeah, they're just floating around in the sea
or
eating.
eaten.
Yeah, they don't discriminate apparently.
They have a taste for human meat now. Plus, you're releasing possible apex predators into a completely new environment.
Right.
Like, what's that going to do to the ecosystem of the oceans?
Dear God, what have they done? No, we'll never hear anything about it again.
Nah, they'll be fine.
Just like those eggs
Yeah, exactly.
from season 1.
We'll see. Like the Weekly World News. You familiar with the Weekly World News?
No.
It's a tabloid magazine. They do like Bat Boy and stuff like that. And
Okay.
They make predictions. Elvis is whatever, There'll be a picture in one of there of like a fisherman with one of these guys like hanging upside down, like he caught it and killed it or whatever.
Wow.
It's like, look what I caught. New bizarre creature found in Pacific.
You are a writer.
Weekly World News exclusive.
Yeah.
But that's the episode. That's what happens.
Yep. I mean, the Angel and Spike and Drusilla thing doesn't really come up except that Angel bites one of them and spits the blood out because it tastes bad. That's it.
Yep, because it's filled with steroids, I guess.
So you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Uh-huh.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Uh-huh.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.